What tribes camped on the east and south sides of the tabernacle? This is the question that we seek to answer today as we continue our verse-by-verse study of the book of Numbers on Walking Through the Bible. If you have a Bible with you, you can turn to Numbers chapter 2. We're going to be reading from verses 1 to 16. If you don't have a Bible, don't worry. Just follow along with us on the screen. The version that we'll be reading from is the New King James Version. So, Numbers chapter 2, beginning at verse 1. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Every one of the children of Israel shall camp by his own standard, beside the emblems of his father's house. They shall camp some distance from the tabernacle of meeting. On the east side, towards the rising of the sun, those at the standard of the forces of Judah shall camp according to their armies, and Nahshon the son of Amminadab shall be the leader of the children of Judah. And his army was numbered at 74,600. Those who would camp next to him shall be of the tribe of Issachar, and Nathaniel the son of Zuar shall be the leader of the children of Issachar. And his army was numbered at 54,400. Then comes the tribe of Zebulun, and Eliab the son of Helon shall be the leader of the tribe of Zebulun. And his army was numbered at 57,400. All who were numbered according to their armies of the forces with Judah, 186,400. These shall break camp first. On the south side shall be the standard of the forces with Reuben, according to their armies. And the leader of the children of Reuben shall be Elizur the son of Shedeur. And his army was numbered at 46,500. Those who camp next to him shall be the tribe of Simeon. And the leader of the children of Simeon shall be Shelumiel the son of Jerushadai. And his army was numbered at 59,300. Then comes the tribe of Gad, and the leader of the children of Gad shall be Eliasaph the son of Reuel. And his army was numbered at 45,650. All who were numbered according to their armies of the forces with Reuben, 151,450. They shall be the second to break camp. Thus far in our study of Numbers, we have seen the census of Israel. This census was not a census of the whole people, but of those who could go to war, all males 20 years of age and older. So the number that we got at the end was 603,500, and this does not represent then the entire population of Israel, for the women and the children are missing. That means that Israel could number between 1.5 and 2 million people, maybe even more than that. That is amazing considering only 70 people entered Egypt when Jacob came down, and in about 400 years the nation could be described like God did to Abraham, numerous like the stars of heaven. Thus, when wandering through the wilderness and even approaching Canaan, these people would not go unnoticed and could strike fear into the nations of the land. Coming now to chapter 2, we get the organization of the people around the camp. Sometimes when we think of Israel crossing the Red Sea or even camping at Mount Sinai, we might think that everyone just camped wherever they wanted to. Families from different tribes might camp in sections together so that their children could play, or so that the adults could associate together. But that's not the picture of what we get here. Israel is encamped by tribe and by family in a military style. At the center of the camp was the tabernacle. From our picture that we now have on the screen, this is what it may have looked like. For simplicity, I have only included the tabernacle itself, but do remember that the court surrounded the tabernacle where the altar of burnt offering was and the laver. It would be the place where the sacrifices were killed. The tabernacle itself didn't face north-south, it faced east-west. The most holy place where the Ark of the Covenant was and the mercy seat was on the western side of the tabernacle, while the holy place containing the altar of incense, the golden candlestick, and the table of showbread was on the east side of the tabernacle. At the end of chapter 1, we found out that the Levites were to camp immediately surrounding the court of the tabernacle so that the wrath of God wouldn't come down on the people. Our picture gives you a preview of how each family was situated, but we won't actually discuss this until chapter 3. From today's reading, we only are discussing the tribes that encamped on the east and south sides of the outer camp. On the east side, which all-inclusive would be known as the camp of Judah, would contain the tribes of Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. In total, this camp totaled 186,400 people, the largest of the four camps. It would be known as the camp of Judah, for Judah was the major tribe in that camp. Leaders were chosen for each tribe, people we met in chapter 1, as it concerned the census. On the south side, which all-inclusive would be known as the camp of Reuben, would contain the tribes of Gad, Simeon, and Reuben. In total, this camp totaled 151,450 and would be the second smallest of the 4 camps. It would be known as the camp of Reuben, despite Reuben not being the largest tribe in the camp, for that was the tribe of Simeon. However, the camp was most likely referred to as the camp of Reuben due to the fact that Reuben was the oldest son of Jacob, and therefore likely had the honor of the camp being named after him for this reason. Like it was with the camp of Judah, leaders were chosen for each tribe in the camp of Reuben, people we met in chapter 1 as it concerned the census. With that, our time is up for today. The Lord willing, we hope you'll join us for tomorrow's discussion of Numbers chapter 2, verses 17 to 24, as we continue our walk through the Bible, one verse at a time. Thank you for watching today's episode. We hope that you found it edifying and ask that you not only subscribe to our channel and podcast, but that you like and share this episode among your friends, so that the saving gospel of Jesus Christ can go out to the whole world.